how many times have you been told that if you want to hit the ball further, you've got to swing longer? It really doesn't have to be true. In this video, I want to share with you two things that if you do them, you will hit every single club longer. In fact, I've just come off a lesson with Brian where we basically kept his very, very short swing and we were able to increase his club head speed and his power. That added almost 20 to 30 yards in absolutely no time at all with no loss of accuracy. Now, of course, once we got that going, Brian was like, can I go longer? I said, yes, of course I can. But let's just enjoy this. Let's nail this first, and then we'll build it up. I want to share it with you too, because look, we all could do with a few extra yards. Before I get into the video, look, if you're new to the channel, it's one of your first lessons of mine, please consider subscribing. I release videos just like this one every single week to try and help you improve your game. But you never have to remember a thing. Everything we do here, I'll put into a free download practice guide in the description box below. So I'm really excited to share this with you because I think what you're going to find is what I'm about to share won't just help you hit the ball longer and straighter. It's going to help every single club in your bag, literally every single one. So let's start off with what I shared with Brian initially, right? So you've got a short swing and you want to hit it longer without necessarily going further. Well, you need to make your current swing far, far more efficient. And most of the time what you see with players is they have different faults, right? So they have, some people are too handsy, some people too armsy, but they have a range of faults. But all of them can disappear quite quickly by doing one thing or being aware of one thing. So when you set up to a golf ball, you'll notice here, as I'm set up to this golf ball here, I'm bent over, right? Now the problem is a lot of people, and Brian was the same, is he was trying to stay over the golf ball so that he would improve the quality of his strike. So he's keeping his eye on the ball, he's staying over the golf ball. The problem is when you stay over the golf ball in this way, you can't swing longer. And what happens is your body doesn't move very well. You become quite handsy and armsy, right? Now what we need to do, we need to figure out, we need to learn how to move this body so that you can still have a nice short swing, but now it's far more powerful, right? Now what have I done? Well, here, I'm stood over and I'm just bent over. Notice what I do here. Something's changed. Now it's hard to see when you look on camera, which is why most people miss it. I'm actually leaning to my left a little bit towards the target. I'm actually standing up a little bit. And my chest is starting to, as opposed to just facing the ground, is starting to face upwards, and it's keeping to, if I were to complete my swing, it would actually start to imagine it's almost going to face the sky, right? What this does when you start to move in this way naturally is it provides room for the arms and the hands to move into. What you're also doing is you're activating your bigger muscles, which are going to be the help for your power. So I haven't got a long swing here, but what I've done is I've created a much more powerful swing versus one that's cramped. So how can you easily achieve this without thinking about all these positions? Really simple. All you do is you get yourself set. And I want you to imagine your best buddy is calling your name behind you. And all I want you to do is look over your shoulder like this and look for them. And what this does, your body naturally responds, not by going like this, just keeping your posture, but then just turn over and look over your trail shoulder. Notice now how my body has moved beautifully around the corner and has set myself up in a beautifully powerful way to deliver this golf club, compared to one where we're here and then what people do, I've got to swing longer. They either lift to swing longer, pull their arms back, swing longer, get wristy to swing longer, as opposed to, look at this, look over your trail shoulder, move my head back down, and here we go, we're in a great position. That's what I want to start with. It's super, super cool. Let me show you from this angle really quickly. All I'm doing here, look, is this. I'm not staying like this. I've got no space. That's going to force me to lift to go longer or bend my wrist to go longer. But if I just imagine someone's going to call my name over my shoulder, watch this. Beautiful turn. My body's naturally, it feels like it's almost leaning backwards a little bit. This is helping, this leaning backwards feels like, look how much further my arms can go. Yeah, I've now got more power, more space. I am ready now to move. So how do you train this? Get yourself set. Do a couple of exercises initially. Look over your trail shoulder. Move your head back down. You'll notice my head is slightly angled. It should be, most top players are. I'm looking almost at the ball in my corner of my eyes here, but that is a great place to start with. That is all you do. Get yourself set, do a couple of rehearsals. 1, 2, imagine that feeling, and then go. Simple as that. So build that into your motion, right? So that's the first step in creating power. Make sure that you're moving the body efficiently by learning the feel of how to do that by putting your head over your trail shoulder, move your head back, and then try to replicate that kind of feeling to make that body work efficiently. That is super, super important. But the next stage is, it's not always easy to explain what I'm going to do on video, but I really have to, because if you can understand this, and if you do this with me, it'll be even better. It will make such a big difference to every single club in your bag. It really does. And so if you've got it, pause the video, grab a club, and let me do this with you right now. So you hold a club like this, and this is what I gave Brian. I wanted him to experience what effortless power is, right? And it's like a rhythm, right, that the body connects to. And the first thing and the way to do this is to let the club swing backwards and forwards, so you have basically a lump of metal swinging, right? I then said to him, Brian, now when you do this, increase the momentum. What am I doing to do this? And he did it as well. I'm going upwards. And there's a timing to this, isn't there? If I did it here, it wouldn't be rhythmical. If I went down, that wouldn't be right. Notice, to accelerate this club here, I'm actually going up. Now I said, now add the body into this. What would the body do? Feel it. Down and up. Down, up. Down, up. And there's a timing to the body that starts to connect with the club. It's not easy to explain on camera, but it's a feeling that which if you can learn this, it will be amazing for your power. So once Brian did a few of them, I just got him to hold a golf club, feel the weight of it. And then what I did, I said, look, start to swing it. First of all, swing the mass, and then imagine that mass increasing in momentum, just like you did earlier, around the ball. Start slow. What do you see compared to? Very different, isn't it? Static body. Swing the mass. Notice how my body is working to accelerate this club. It's almost a moving upwards through impact, isn't there? Let's have a look at this in action. So we start really small. This is what we did with a very short swing to start with. This is what's going to generate speed versus push, stay still, those kind of things. So develop that rhythm first. Just a chip down the middle, right? Nothing more, just a chip. And then what you do is you feel this. And then you can gradually, without any extra real effort, your body starts to respond, just like it did here, to start accelerating this club. Can you see the rhythm in this? Watch the rhythm disappear in a second. See how my body's not working with the club anymore? Now it is. Yeah? So you start to connect with that, and then again, look, with a very, very short motion, you can start to hit the ball longer and longer. And then all I do is once I've made this motion here really efficient, which is what I did with Brian, once we got him here working, then you can, of course, you can go longer if you want, but these two things, you don't need to rush them. Build the efficiency here in the swing, and then really connect with the freedom of that golf club. Feel the mass and allow your body to work to accelerate this mass at the right time. It's hard to explain on video, isn't it? But when you do this, you will feel the club swinging and you'll feel your body. There I go. That is how I swing. That is how I accelerate the golf club. It's a liberating experience. And that is what I gave Brian. And in his own words, and this is what I see with so many of my students, when you do this, it will feel unbelievably effortless. It really, really will. And you'll start to have it in no time at all. And by the way, it works for everything. Just like chipping, putting. Brian was a bit handsy now with his chipping and putting. We got him in a sense, same thing, using that motion here, look, the shoulders moving, giving himself space, but he's still, look, responding to the weight of the club. His body swings the club down and works upwards through impact. This is how you create that effortless motion. I really, really hope you give this a go. It'll feel wonderful. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who you know could do with this. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you press that subscribe button and the bell. If you'd like to see this drill, what I'm doing now, working on adding 50 yards to Adam's driver, check this video out right here. We did a live lesson with exactly what I'm talking about. It was a belter. But until next week, have a wonderful golfing week.